So he's not liking her. Pop, let me see the leash. Hey, knock it off. Hey. Yeah, so this is sort of what you're talking about.
Yes. Does your dog have a defensive, insecure mindset?
What would you like to accomplish today? What are some of the main takeaways that you're hoping to have today?
Just maybe build up some confidence. I have horses and he's really skittish of horses and also people. If I take him hiking, he barks at everyone that we cross on the trail. So I guess that would be a big one to work on.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. So anytime you're dealing with any amount of insecurity or anything like that, it's all about pack order and leadership and building on bringing confidence through the structure and leadership that you provide. If he's on your property and he's displaying barking or growling, you have a territorial instinct that is coming into play there. Mm-hmm. So only on your property would you allow it for a moment. But the minute you say, hey, I got it, so somebody's at your door and he's like, rah, 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 rah. That's his job. We want our dogs to do that.
Yes.
But the minute you say, I got it, now shut up, you need to have leadership and structure enough that they will now they'll go aside and they'll allow you to take over. And if you have a dog that is insecure in any way or defensive in any way, because what we saw was defensiveness, if we have that and you bring in leadership and go, I don't allow that, and then you bring structure that makes them feel safer, you're bringing a level, you're creating structure that's going to make your dog more confident and more comfortable in all environments, because it's all about you and your rules as a leader.
If you're interested in more videos to help you train your dog, then please like, subscribe, and share, and you will be notified when new videos are available.
So there is some insecurity, there is a little bit of defensiveness. You as a leader have to disagree with that, because survival is his greatest instinct. We don't think about it that way, because right now if you were to throw him in the woods and you weren't there, his mindset would not change at all. The only thing that changes is the environment. And so, but the fact is he has a pack, he has somebody that cares about him, and you want to lead him in his best way. You walking him like this, he's already gonna have a more calm brain, and your level of intensity and his reactivity is already gonna be less, because he's in a different state of mind. However, it doesn't mean that even at your side, he's not gonna bark. And no matter what, if he did, you're gonna give a more firm correction for that. The reason for the correction is to disrupt the brain. We just want to snap at it. It's just to interfere. Because if they're like, rah, 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 and you give a correction, it's like, oh yeah? Does that make sense?
Yes.
But the whole point of it is, you see, dog, it's all about cause and effect. They learn from life's experience what brings a positive or negative result. If a dog jumps on the counter and gets our bread loaf, or a loaf of bread, that was a positive result for the dog. If he jumps on the stove to get a steak and he burns his paw on the burner, that was a negative result. So he's going, I'm not going to jump on the stove. But if he jumps on the counter and gets bread, he's going to jump on the counter and get bread. Well, you're the one that needs to bring the manipulation of what that experience is going to be through the different tools that we use. Whether it's an insecure dog that is actually afraid of people, you might bring food, you might bring some different tools to help facilitate the introduction and the experience. So if he's ever insecure and worried, like if you go to the vet and he's worried and you can tell he's stressed, it is our nature to be like, I got you. You're praising the insecurity, and you're saying, I want you to be scared to get affection. You're actually affection magnifies the state of mind. It says yes to wherever the mindset and behavior is. If the dog is aggressive, like when he on camp, when we were filming, when he was defensive, if you had tried to comfort him, like, it's okay. You're saying, I want you to be aggressive in this moment. This is you're rewarding the behavior. Affection is agreement. Humans sharing affection while the dog is insecure is what actually creates separation anxiety.
It makes sense not only with him, but my previous dog as well.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, she had severe separation anxiety.
Yeah. Well, and it's a very human thing to do because we love them. And we are driven by emotions and intellect, and they are driven by behavior and instinct. I mean, by learned behavior and instinct. You know what I mean? So the fact is that we reason, we're like, oh, but to them, that's just a green light to whatever behaviors. If the dog sees the human as security and safety, and we know that survival is the greatest instinct, for severe cases of separation anxiety, then when the human leaves, that's why the dog will tear up the house, be in a crate, rip all their nails off, and it's a bloodbath in the crate, because they're trying to get out, to get to the human, because I have to survive to be safe. That is how a wolf will chew off his leg in a trap. It doesn't make sense to us, but it's that instinct and that drive. And it doesn't happen overnight. Separation anxiety is created over moment, after moment, after moment, month after month, year after year, that we're imprinting, I'm safe and you're not safe without me, but we don't realize that's what we're telling the dog. When I see a behavior, I know what behavior is instinct, I know what behavior is genetics, and I know what behavior is taught by the human that they've been living with or the previous humans they lived with. Genetics we can't change. Instinct is what it is. But behavior modification and what you teach about everything else is absolutely fixable, pliable, and you can affect it in a real positive way to make, you know, the experience, you know, the dog owner experience awesome.
For today's rough recap, if your dog does have insecure defensive demeanor, it's really, really important. Chances are you are dealing with a genetic issue, and the best way that you can help your dog and your relationship with your dog is to develop rules, boundaries, and discipline and create structure. Your leadership will bring security and confidence in new areas and make it a better experience for your dog. Some things to remember. Always disagree with disrespect. Number 2, affection is agreement. Anytime you are sharing affection, you are saying yes to the behavior. Number 3, if your dog reacts in a defensive way and barks and lunges and acts fearful, it is important that you disagree with that. Socialization is not just getting your dog used to new environments, it's teaching them how to act in those new environments. Remember, your dog will never be the dog you want him to be until you're the leader they need you to be. Have a great day. Till the next lesson, we just thank you so much for listening. We hope you gained some value. And again, your dog will never be what you want him to be until you're the leader they need you to be. And we just thank you for your time, and we'll see you next time.